So Crownies, hello, welcome back to our vlog. As you can see, I'm here at the moment in the middle of the road, nowhere in Dubai, and I would like to take the chance and talk with you about our bike, the Honda ADV 160. The reason why I make this vlog now is because we have this bike now 1 year and we reached 20,000 kilometers, and for that reason I'm going to explain you something what I like and what I don't like, and in the end I will tell you why I would not buy it again. What I like is the color and the design, but I won't let it into my review or in my points of I like or not like, because it's a taste thing. And some people like the taste, some people like it not. So to talk about taste and put it into your review makes no sense, because I want to talk about the function and I want to talk about the how it drives. I personally like the red color, but I saw it also in white. I can show you. And in white it looks to me more nice, okay? But let us go into the function of this, okay? I start with what I like. I like, and this is the very first thing, I like the bodywork, because for the aerodynamics, okay? This bike is really good for a long drive when it comes to windshield and everything. And I think how they built the bike in the front is very nice design, plus it has really a good function, okay? The second thing is, what I also like is how it drives, okay? It drives very smooth. Especially here in the Philippines, you can see they use this concrete roads where is always this connectings, you know, you can see it here, okay? And when you drive normally, the problem is there's always these bumps. And this is a plus point, okay? The how it drives on the road and how it takes the bumps here, especially here in the Philippines. How it takes the bumps in the road and holes and everything. You can really not say nothing. And even me, I mean, my weight is around 125, 130, and it's really good in this case, okay? What I also like is the board. Crownies, unfortunately I was not making a good video because of the sun, so I will make it now again. So this is the display. The screen is really good, the board computer, okay? And you can see here, this is the normal speed. Then you have here time. And you can see here, that's also good, so I can show you now that the gasoline is almost empty, so it starts blinking here, okay? And then you have here buttons. So here you can see now that you can go down with your menu, and then here you can see the total, and you have two different trips. Trip A, what is 6,471. And when you click now long time this right button, then you will see it goes to 0. Zack. Okay? And then you have B. This is, by the way, what Charmie and me drive just since yesterday and today. So we drive almost 400 kilometers Sunday and Saturday. Here, when you go up again, here you have trip A, liters per 100 kilometers. Then here for trip B, so on trip B I used around 2.3 liters per 100 kilometer, and this is the time you guys see, okay, for trip A, but I made it 0 now, and this is the time we drive. So Charmie and me yesterday and today we drive 9 hours and 22 minutes, and here you have temperature outside and your battery. And then what I also like is you have a plug-in for USB, so you can charge your phone while driving. and you have here a big box actually to put your phone inside and everything, what makes it very cool, okay? Because you can easily have access to money and your phone. What I like, but it's actually something I also don't like, is it's like a middle point, the gas tank, okay? The gas tank is located in the middle of your legs, and this is the positive point because it is not inside the toolbox, so you do not need to stand up at the gasoline station, open your toolbox, refilling, close it, sit down. You can sit, especially in the Philippines crew, because they have always boys who fill your bike. You are just open this, you can refill it, you can close it, done, okay? This is a plus point. But in the same time there is a minus point, and there is something I need to tell you what I don't like. This part of the bike is used a couple times, okay? Because I refill the bike sometimes 1 or 2 times in a week. And I need to say personally that the material they use and the system is actually very cheap, okay? Because when you open this, sometimes you can see it here, it's not, actually it's like this, it should be like this. But sometimes it's open just like this and something like this, and then you can also, you see here, it is very, very cheap, okay? So I think for a product like the Honda ADV, and this bike cost around 170,000 peso, what is here in the Philippines a lot of money, and it doesn't matter where you are in the world, it's money. They should have used a little bit stronger material, and also this system here to flip it should be a little bit better quality, because you can feel that, you know, you see sometimes it's not open. Actually in the beginning when we bought it, it opened like this. Now it's just open like this. Sometimes it doesn't open any, so you have to make like this to make it open, and this is actually directly also a minus point. When you have the luxury that this system is in the middle of your legs and you use it so many times in the week to refill your bike all the time, then I think the producer should also put a little bit more efforts in the material they are using there to make it really working. But now let us talk about the things I really don't like, and what is also the reason why I do not want to buy it again is, first of all, you have a remote key system. That means you have your keys in your pocket and you just go to the bike and then it's started, okay? But the problem is sometimes it's not working. And I was talking also to the mechanics from Honda. I was finding out in the internet it has nothing to do with batteries is low, or that the sensor in your key, there is a battery or something what it's low and you need to remove it or something. It seems to be that Honda also knows that there is sometimes problems, and these problems are getting more and more worse, I have this feeling, because there are really sometimes moments I have to walk to the bike a couple of times until the bike recognizes the key, and this is sometimes really annoying. And there is also no where you feel like, I have to do it like this and then it works. Sometimes it works directly, sometimes it works not after 3 times, sometimes it doesn't work after 6 or 7 times, and then sometimes you're standing there 20 minutes to wait until the bike recognizes your key, and then you are able to drive, you know. And this is really annoying, especially in the moments you are in a hurry and then you are trying to find out how you can start the motor, the bike. Yeah, and then the second point is these buttons here for the seat and for the fuel, okay? You can also see it here. I mean, in the beginning, before we bought it in the very beginning, okay, that was really a normal, okay, and now look, you can feel it, hear it, okay, it's so wiggling already after 1 year. And sometimes it's not working. Sometimes you press open the toolbox and it doesn't work. The hatch for the fuel, and it also doesn't work, okay? So this is something I really don't like, because these are the most functional things, okay? You buy a bike because you want to drive it, and then it doesn't turn on because it doesn't recognize the key. And then you want to open the toolbox because you need your helmet or something, and then you press couple times until it's open, okay? This is also something I don't like. The thing why I really don't wanna buy it again, and it has something to do with me personally, and it doesn't mean that it fits to everybody, but this is my opinion. This bike is still too small for me, okay? You can see it when I sit on the bike that my legs are too high in sitting position. I'm 6.2. It has nothing to do with my weight, okay? It has more to do with how high I am, okay? Because I'm 6.2, and when I sit on the bike, you can see it now, then my knees are higher than my butt, and this position is the reason why when I drive very long distance from Tagbilaran going to Ubay, for an example, what is around 130 kilometers, okay, then I feel in the end that my knees starts hurting and falling asleep because of the position I have. And then sometimes I need to do like this while driving to have, because I have the feeling my knees needs blood, you know. These 3 minus points, that the buttons are not working, the connector are not working for the keys, and also the sitting position on this bike with my size, it doesn't make it to a long distance bike for me. And that's the problem, because for going in the city and for just going and buy some stuff, okay, in the mall, or for have short travel to visit friends, this bike is actually too big, and it's also, I would say, too expensive, because you can buy smaller bikes also with 160 for 90,000 peso and not 170,000 peso. You have also a problem because in the city of Tagbilaran it's not easy to find parking lots there, so the people always park as close as possible with their bikes, and when someone drives out, okay, with a small bike, your bike is still too big, and then you start removing all the bikes and make more space so you can enter the parking lot, and just because you want to buy groceries. So my suggestion is, if you are a man in my size and my weight and you want to have a vehicle here in the Philippines what drives you long range, then you should probably buy a car, a good second-hand car, and then you buy a small bike, a cheap bike, also maybe a second-hand bike for short distance. Because using this bike for long range and also for short things like driving, shopping or something, I think this is not the right choice. I made this experience now, and that's the reason why I will not buy the Honda ADV again, because it makes no sense to me in my eyes. Crownies, I hope this short vlog about my review was helping you or not. Let me know in the comments how you see this and what is your experience with the Honda ADV 160, if you have the same experience or not. Please note that this vlog is just my opinion, okay, and it's just the way I see this bike, and for sure there are also people who see the Honda ADV as the best bike and the best decision to buy, and then I'm happy for you. I made this experience now after 1 year and 20,000 kilometers that for me it's not the right bike, but it doesn't mean that I want to sell it now or I don't want to use it anymore. Charmie and me decided now we will use it as long as it works, and when the time comes that we need a new bike or a new vehicle to drive, then we will switch to a second-hand car and buy a small bike for short ways and city drive. So Crownies, thank you so much for watching this vlog. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and like I said, let me know in the comments what you think about it. Bye bye.